Am I the jerk for posting pictures to my social media? This past weekend I attended my 25F, older sister, 28F, Anna's bachelorette party. As I think everyone does these days, I took pictures throughout the night and posted them to my social media. And now, because of something in the background of one of my photos, my family blames me for the fallout. For some context, my sister and I do not spend a lot of time together. We don't usually get along. I have nothing against my sister, we are just very different people. I am usually on the quiet side. I don't go out much and prefer to spend time with close friends in quieter settings. My sister is the poster child for extrovert, she spends most weekends partying with her friends. Beyond our Sunday night dinners at mom and dad's, we don't talk much. So, I was shocked when I received an invitation to her bachelorette party. As I expected, the party was going to take place at a nearby club. As the date approached, my sister reached out a couple of times to talk about what I planned to wear, but the last time she called, she asked if I was planning to drink. I thought it was an odd question, but I said no. I don't drink out in public, especially among people I don't know. I could hear the excitement in her voice as she exclaimed that she was so glad to hear that and that it meant I could drive everyone to the club and be the designated driver. I laughed it off initially, but she was serious. I reluctantly agreed to do this and cleared out my van. The evening of, I picked everyone up from my sister's place and drove us all to the club. Throughout the night I spent most of the time babysitting bags and coats. Not how I would have chosen to spend my night, but whatever. I had expected something like this from my sister. It wasn't about wanting me there so much as it was about needing a free ride and someone to guard the table. I spent a lot of time on my phone just waiting for the night to be over. When they decided they were done, I drove everyone home, and by the time I got home I had received some pics from the night from some of the other girls, who, to their credit, thanked me for coming along and making their night easier. There were a couple of photos from the messages and from my own camera roll that I felt I looked good in, so I decided to share them to my friends online. I tagged the bridesmaids and my sister in the photos and made some cheesy post about having a blast at the bachelorette party and posted it. After that I went to bed and thought nothing of it. In the morning, I was met with dozens of calls and texts from my sister. She insisted that I called her back immediately. When I did, it was the maid of honor, Christy, that picked up. Christy began by calling me a jealous B*TCH and that I was out of line for posting photos of my sister like that. Confused, I asked what was wrong with the photos. She told me to stop playing stupid and that I obviously intentionally posted a photo of my sister making out with a stranger last night to ruin the wedding. Even more confused, I looked through my post from the night before, and then I saw it. In the background of the third photo was indeed my sister sucking face with some rando. I was floored. On the other end of the line, Christy continued to curse me and demanded I take down my post and hung up. I did, but after looking through the 200 comments, I think the damage was long done. I tried to call my mother afterwards, but honestly, I wish I hadn't. She wouldn't let me get a word in and just went off about how I could do that to Anna. It wasn't until later in the day that I found out Anna had been telling people I edited the photos to make it look like she cheated on John, 31M. Apparently the only one not buying her story was John. He reached out to me later to ask me what had really happened at the bar. I gave him the same story I shared with you all here, but I couldn't give him any information on the random guy. I genuinely didn't have anything to say on that. Honestly, I am just pissed that she has convinced people that I edited the photos. I don't even know how to do that. I was barely active on socials as it was, let alone take photos. I feel bad that I posted something that makes my sister look bad. That was never my intention. I would never do anything like that to anyone. In my exhaustion, I didn't even notice she was in the photo, let alone what she was doing. I just don't understand why the anger is directed at me and not at Anna. Why is me photoshopping a photo, when I have never done that once in my life, more believable than the fact that Anna cheated? Am I really the problem here? Update 1. After a week of silence, I received a call from my mother. I prepared for the worst, thinking she was just going to yell at me again. But I was wrong. I guess at some point over the last week she had managed to convince John that she was innocent and take her back. That was until last night when she messed up. Last night, my parents, my sister, her fiancé and his parents had met for dinner to discuss what to do going forward regarding the now cancelled wedding. During the dinner, and after a few glasses of wine, the subject of what happened at the bachelorette came up and Anna laughed it off, saying that it was all just a misunderstanding and that the guy from the photo was a stripper the girls had hired that kissed her. This is where it all started falling apart. John allegedly clocked that partial confession and turned to her confused. He asked her if that was what happened, and Anna confirmed. He then asked about her insistence that the photo was fake, and that's when Anna tried to backtrack. She said she misspoke and that she was thinking about something that happened to one of her friends at a different party. No one was buying that. Shouting ensued and Anna was asked to find somewhere else to stay for the time being. After telling me all of this, my mother apologized, which I accepted. According to her, my dad dropped Anna's stuff at a friend's place, and for the time being she is not welcome to come by. Hopefully, Anna wakes up and realizes that she can't just lie her way through life and blame others for her mistakes.